Welcome. I'm Mike Zekum, and this is my continuing series of setting up Foundry for uh, Savage Worlds one shot. And wondering why my VTube avatar is just standing around like being all dead, not actually, flapping its gums. Anyways, today we're going to talk about PCs. Now, I walked through creating the NPCs. PCs are pretty similar, and I'm not going to bore you with how things are done. This is the PC tab here. You have the same items. You have, selecting the image. Um, Prototype token is a bit different because what you want to do is click this button called Link Actor Data. The way that Foundry works, basically every time you pull something out of the side here on one of these tabs, it creates a copy. So let me just close this guy real fast. So every time I pull out a bandit, for example, go down here to the lit area, it creates a copy of the bandit. And so this bandit right here, we'll say he's shaken, will not affect this bandit right here who is not shaken, and so on. However, um, for the PCs, we want to make sure that link actor data is selected. That way, any token we pull out is linked to all the actors of the same token. So if we pull out Brandy here twice, and we open him up and we pull off to the side so you can see it in real time. So we have two Brandys out here. Both of them have a torch. If we turn off the torch, both of them turn off. If we turn it on, both of them turn on because the actor data is linked. So anyways, that's what linked and unlinked means. So we'll get rid of all these guys. Uh, so we'll go back to voxel here. We'll look at prototype token. We want to make sure that linked actor token is selected. You also want to make sure the token disposition is friendly. Otherwise, all the bad guys will think you're hostile to them. Other way around. Otherwise, your fellow PCs will think that you're hostile. Some of the modules play off of that. And again, we have our standard vision of 2, vision enabled from the default setting, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Otherwise, this character sheet's pretty straightforward. We have our various statuses, our attributes, our skills, and so on. Our edges are listed here. Our gear is listed here. Any active effects are listed here. Actions, you don't have to worry about that. Advances, this is how advance your character. You just click this button here, it says Add Advance, and you select what type it is, write any notes down. If it's planned or not, it won't count towards the total. So if I go planned, so the advances go back down to 4 up here. Then we can plan out your character in advance. So if you like doing that, I prefer a more organic approach to just picking things as I go based on the current needs. But hey, to each their own. Now, the big thing to look at is this quick access. Anything you put with a star will be added to the quick access bar. So if I go over here to effects and torch, the quick access now has the torch so I can turn it on or off. It'll be right here on the front. I don't have to go digging for it under effects. The big thing you do that for is gear. So for example, this guy has a light club and sling. I want to make sure that those appear on here so I can use them without having to hunt down the stuff back here. There's other items down here, don't have to worry about because it's already taken, these would be built in. Oh, I forgot to give this guy armor. Go to the items tab. There we go, have some armor. So I'm going to first move this as carried. So go up front here. We see that our toughness is 5. That's half our vigor plus 2. So vigor is a d6, so half is 3, plus 2 is 5. So our armor is not calculated in. You might notice that depending on how your character set up, or if you're upgrading from a previous version of Foundry, But in order to get to be counted in, you actually have to wear the armor. So you go to this tab, click here, and have it equipped. And now your toughness is 6, at one point of which is armor. Same thing for the weapons. In order to actually have any bonuses, they have to be in the main hand. If you have a bonus that requires it to be two-hand, it should be set to two-hand. Usually I set to both the main hand, unless it's specifically going to be dual wielding, one in like a sling in the left hand, club in the other. And by starring them, I have them up here, and I have no bonuses from those weapons, so don't have to worry about that too much. Some weapons have bonuses if they're equipped, like a katana, I believe, has a +1 parry, but only if it's equipped. And so that's all that I need for this guy right here. So I have his quick actions. So turning on or off his torch, using his weapons. So he's good to go. Brandy here has the edge Berserk. And in Berserk, if we bring up the description, there we go. It has the active effect Berserk. And we can see that if we haul it over to the items tab. You can't, for a lot of things like items, you can't actually edit the active effect when it's on the character. You have to pull it off over to here, look at it. So the active effect is Berserk. We can edit it. And the effects is ignore wounds is increased by 1, the toughness value is increased by 2, and the strength die is increased by 1. You'll see this as strength.die.sides add 2, because you're going from like a D6 to a D8, that's 2 sides. Strange little quirk. Some people will say, hey, we're just increasing by 1 die step, so it's a 1, but you go from a D6 to a D7, which is obviously incorrect. So let's delete that off. So over here, again, under effects, we have Berserk. We start it. So up here, we can turn it on or off. So if we turn it off, you see our toughness is a 7. Turn it on, it becomes a 9. Our strength with it off is a D6. We turn it on, it becomes a D8. And that's a quick tour of the character sheet. If you like this content, thumbs up are always appreciated. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And subscribe to get notified when the next part of the series is posted. I'll catch you later.